Hi guys, it's Kino. Welcome to another video. So the topic of today's pick a card is going to be what would happen if you met in person. So this reading can be for a number of situations. For example, it could be for a long distance relationship, it could be for a separation, a no contact situation, or maybe you just haven't seen somebody in person in a while and you're wondering what would happen if you linked up again. This could even be for someone that you have never met in person before. Even if you're never going to, you could watch this reading to see what would happen if hypothetically someday you were to meet this individual. So I think this can apply to many different situations. I think this is going to be a fun reading, so I'm excited to get into it. But today we have 4 readings for you to choose from, so I'm going to show you each of the crystals one by one, and then please pick whichever one you feel drawn to the most. And you can also choose more than one crystal if there's more than one person that you're curious about. Number 1 is green calcite. Number 2 is spirit quartz. Number 3 is magnesite. And number 4 is bismuth. Okay, so as always, take all the time you need to pick. You can pause the video if you need to. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with number 1. Hi number ones, so if you guys chose the green calcite, this is going to be a reading all about what would happen if you met the person you are thinking of in person. So what I want to look at during this reading is, first we'll try to see sort of the environment or the situation that you guys are meeting in. We might get some details about how you end up meeting each other. Of course, we're going to see what would happen, so what you guys would do while you're together. And then at the end, I also want to take a peek at what the outcome might be. So, you know, what does this meeting lead to? What's going to happen afterwards? Yes, so let's get right into it, starting with our first tarot cards. So to start, we have the 3 of Cups, and we have the High Priestess. Okay, so right away I'm thinking that you would likely meet this person in the nighttime. With this High Priestess card here, not only is the sky dark, but just in general, this card is about the darkness, the night, the moon. That's really, really strong imagery here. And then also in the 3 of Cups, we do have a moon or moons in the sky. So that's giving a really strong indication of nighttime. But I am noticing that there's a shift in the color of the sky in these cards. It goes from light to dark. So what this could be indicating is that maybe you do meet this person in the day and you end up spending a lot more time together than you thought. And so it ends up actually getting dark. Some of you might even spend the night with this person. Obviously, that's not going to resonate with everybody, but if this is like a love interest or something like that, then it could be possible. Maybe you meet at night and then you end up like spending until the morning together. But I'm getting the sense that you could be together for quite a long time. With this 3 of Cups card over here, this can mean a few things. One is that there might be other people around when you meet this person, because obviously there are 3 people on this card. I can translate that loosely just to mean that there's a group, that there's at least more than 2 people. Or it could be that there is a third party involved in your meeting. For example, you know, a third person that is introducing the 2 of you, or a third person that is inviting both of you somewhere, or you just happen to be in the same place with other people around. And then the other thing that this 3 of Cups can indicate is that there might be drinking involved, which could make sense if you guys are meeting at nighttime. Maybe it's some sort of like party or gathering or event that is happening at night. Could be some kind of nightlife situation as well. But in general, the 3 of Cups would denote a situation that is kind of light-hearted. It could be playful. It could be a celebration. But when it comes to the High Priestess, she's a little bit more serious, but she's more like low-key and almost like hidden. So if I put these together, what this could be showing is that maybe the environment that you're meeting in is quite lighthearted and fun, or you're approaching each other with that kind of attitude, but one or both of you kind of has ulterior motive is not the right word, but it's like you have some additional expectation to this meeting that you might not be showing. And it's not like you're keeping secrets from each other either, but it's like, let's say for example, you are meeting just to hang out, but deep down, one or both of you want something more to come from it. Like, I'm hoping that this will be the day that we confess our feelings for each other, or I'm hoping this will be the day where I get that opportunity from them, or that offer to collaborate, or maybe this will be the day where I propose to them to collaborate together. And it's not like you're saying that right off the bat, so that's why I'm thinking of it as like a hidden intention. It's not the main reason you might be meeting. I feel like it's more casual and breezy when you're meeting, but you have some other wish, or you have some other desire for this meeting. This could be the energy of one of you or both of you, but it seems like there's some additional expectation from this meeting that hasn't been like openly talked about, and that, you know, if there is drinking involved in this meeting, maybe that will come out later. But yeah, this is the kind of vibe that I am feeling. I should also mention that there is water energy in both of these cards, you know, with cups being related to water. The High Priestess is related to the moon, so it could be Cancer energy. I believe the High Priestess can also be Virgo energy. Don't quote me on that, because I've Googled it before and I can't really find High Priestess equals Virgo. But that's just something that has been so strongly in my mind with her. So anyway, if that's relevant for you, feel free to claim that. It could be like your sign or the sign of this person. But if not, no worries, forget I said anything. So let's get into the next cards now to get a little bit more details about how this is going to play out. So for these oracle cards here, we have Victory. We have the Dog. And Celestite. Specific message that might not resonate for everybody, but if the person you are thinking about has a dog, you might get to meet them as well. Now with this Victory card here, already I'm getting quite a few potential messages from this Victory card. One could be that whatever the hidden intention or the hidden wish is for this meeting, it is going to come true. So what we just talked about with this High Priestess over here, where it's that feeling of, you know, we're just going to hang out, or we're just going to this event, but I hope that we can have some alone time, or I hope that we can talk about those personal matters, or I hope that we can talk about working together. Whatever it is that might be that additional wish going on here, I feel like with this Victory card, you will definitely be successful in talking about the things you want to talk about and getting the, you know, outcome out of the situation that you wanted. Sorry about that glare. I'll see if I can, there we go. So that's one interpretation of the Victory card that I'm seeing. Another one could be like a confirmation that this is some sort of celebration, some sort of party. The word after party is coming to my mind, like, you know, something finished successfully and now you're celebrating it afterwards. So yes, it could be some sort of party or reception or something where other people are there and there's like a celebratory vibe to it. And then another thing that I thought of with this Victory card is that this could be like a hint of how you get in touch with this person. So let's say you haven't spoken to this person in quite a long time, but then you or the other person has a victory in your life. This is like an icebreaker. So I don't know, if one of you got a new job or one of you graduated or something, this is like a point of entry so that you can get back into conversation, because you can reach out to the other person and say like, hey, long time no speak, I heard that you got a new job, congratulations, I heard that you moved, or whatever it is. congratulations on your new da da da. Because, you know, reaching out to someone to congratulate them on a victory, it's not like weird or awkward, even if you haven't spoken in a long time. So this could very well be describing like the nature of the place where you guys meet. It could also be like your point of entry to talking to this person again, like your icebreaker, so to speak. It could very well be both, now that I think about it. But moving on to this dog card, there is a very friendly and loyal energy to this card. So I want to tell you guys that if you haven't seen this person in a long time, it would feel like no time has passed. When you meet them in person again, you would just pick right back up where you left off. I have a feeling that you would be talking to each other all night, and even if there are other people there, I feel like you would spend most of your time with each other. Like you would kind of make a beeline to each other and then just naturally stick together throughout the whole time, kind of like, you know, best friends who are inseparable. Or if you haven't met this person in person before, it would still feel the same. It would feel very, very familiar. It would feel like you are catching up with a best friend and that no time has passed. It would just feel really, really comfortable. And I feel like you guys will get really close as a result of this meeting. I feel like they just are looking at each other with this knowing look in their eyes, you know? So you guys might have a heart-to-heart during this meeting. If there's other people, I feel like you might go off by yourselves and talk about stuff. And there will be a lot of non-verbal communication as well, because I just see them like this dog and this fairy, they're just giving each other this knowing look. Like, you don't have to say it, I know. And it reminds me of this energy that we saw in the beginning, where it's like neither of us said to each other how we really want this night to go, but you and I both know where we want this to go. It's like that kind of thing. You both have this hidden wish or this hidden expectation for the meeting, and you both like know that the other person has it, and you don't really have to say anything, and things will just go in the direction that you want it to go into. And it's very interesting that you have the Celestite as well, because this is a stone that improves communication, knowing, understanding, clarity. It's a very intuitive and even psychic energy to this stone as well. So while you are talking and communicating a lot, I feel like there's also a lot of nonverbal communication that is going on between the two of you, and like a mutual knowing of your feelings and a mutual knowing of what you both want for the future. This light blue color of the Celestite, it is making me think of the throat chakra. So anything that you've wanted to say to this person, whether you've met them before or not, anything you've wanted to say to them, I feel like you will be able to articulate yourself very well. And this crystal is also shaped like a heart in this deck. So this could be like an indicator of you speaking from your heart, because it's the throat and the heart chakra combined. Essentially, it's indicating the two of you having a heart-to-heart. Okay, so next two tarot cards that I have here, there's the Magician and the Ace of Pentacles. So we have two ones coming out here, which is pretty cool. Maybe some of you guys manifested this meeting, or you are trying to manifest this meeting. I don't know if you guys watched the intro, but I kind of said something like, even if you're not actually gonna meet this person, you can still watch this reading to find out what would happen hypothetically. But I have a feeling with this Magician card that this is actually going to happen. You are actually going to meet this person. And same with the Ace of Pentacles, because Pentacles represents something that is real, something that is grounded in reality, something that is realistic. I think it is quite realistic and likely that you will end up seeing this person again. And you have two ones with the new beginning. So there will be some renewal in this connection. If you guys haven't spoken in a very long time, after this meeting, you will be in more frequent communication. You will start to, meet each other in person more. If there's other people when you meet next time, you might meet again after that, like just the two of you to discuss things further. But I feel like there was a mutual, like both of you have wanted this, both of you were manifesting this with this like hidden intention or, a wish. I hope it goes this way. I hope we get to talk about this, or I hope we get to do this together. And you will. So everything is going to go according to your wishes, according to your manifestation. And then the Ace of Pentacles here, not only does it represent a new beginning, but it can also represent an offer that is being given to you. So when you meet this person next, they might be offering you something. And again, with that pentacle representing something that is, real and grounded, this will likely be an offer that can sustain you for a long time, if that makes sense. So how can I describe that? In the case that this is a love interest, this wouldn't be like an offer to have a one-night stand or something like that. This would be an offer to have like a continued relationship or continued partnership. And same thing, like if it's a business partnership, then this wouldn't be like a one-off, let's work together. It would be like, let's come to an agreement, let's have a long-term mutually beneficial partnership. In this Ace of Pentacles in this deck, there's actually two hands holding onto the coin, which is not necessarily typical. In the traditional deck, it's just like one hand reaching out. So this one definitely gives me more like collaboration vibes or more of a mutual decision vibe. And in fact, it may not even be so clear cut like you offered to me or I offered to you. It's more like you just naturally come to a mutual agreement about the future of this connection, whether it's like a personal romantic situation or a professional situation. Again, it's like you don't have to speak things in such a clear-cut way. It's like you both know. For example, it's not like a wedding proposal where one person is saying, will you marry me, to the other person. It's like you both just, oh, so we're gonna do this, right? Yeah, okay. And then it just, naturally the conversation goes in that direction. It kind of feels more like that. It's very easy. It's very natural. Things are gonna flow very well. Again, even if you haven't seen this person in a long time, or even if you haven't seen them ever, things are just gonna flow and things are just gonna feel very natural. And if this is something you have been trying to manifest and something you've been visualizing a lot, I have to say that it will likely go very much in alignment with how you have visualized it. And I'm just noticing that this 28 card, we can also add this up to get another one. So out of these cards here, you have 3 ones. There's lots of signs of a new beginning. There's lots of signs of this actually happening and not just being something that is hypothetical. And there's a lot of signs of you having a future with this person. Like this is not going to be the last time that you see them. Might be the first time, but it's not going to be the last time. So this is really nice energy so far. I want to take some tarot cards now to see if we can figure out more about the outcome of this meeting or what's going to happen after, or maybe there are more details that Spirit wants you to know about this meeting or about this person. Maybe I should just leave it open and see what Spirit wants to say. Ooh, this is the Nine of Cups. So again, this is a card about wish fulfillment. I say again because the Magician made me think of something similar. Wishes and desires being fulfilled, getting what you want. This is another card that I associate with like drinking and merrymaking. So there's a lot of signs of that happening when you guys meet each other. And I'm just seeing that you're going to have so much fun with this person. And if for whatever reason you feel nervous at the idea of meeting them, like, or you're nervous if things are going to go well, I see that everything is going to go very well, and you're actually going to be quite carefree when you're with them, because the Nine of Cups is a card that indicates like anything that was making you stress or nervous or worried is just fading away. And you can really just be in the moment, be grateful for this moment, be grateful for the company that you're in, and just really enjoy each other. And you don't have to think so much about like, am I coming across the way I want to come across, or did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? It's all very natural. So even if you think right now, like, I would be so nervous to see this person, I see that once you're actually in front of them, both of you will just be so comfortable. The energy will flow between the two of you in a way that is very effortless. And maybe this is why you're forgetting about the time that is passing, because I felt like in the beginning of the reading, it's like you're either spending all day or all night with this person, or a very, very long time. You might not even realize, because you're so deeply in conversation with them. I see you guys laughing a lot. I see you guys opening up to each other a lot, and it's just so enjoyable. And so before you know it, maybe like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 hours have passed by. I remember like hanging out with my friends, and before I knew it, like 7 hours would have gone by because we were just so like in the flow with each other. It's crazy how time can bend like that when you're in such a high vibe. But this is what I see for the next encounter between the two of you, which is really, really nice. There may also be some kind of physical gift that is exchanged. Like maybe you offer this person a small gift, or they offer you a small gift. Specific message for some people, maybe. If you were thinking of offering this person a gift, or even something like a letter, Spirit is saying that that might be a good idea. It will really touch them. It will really warm them up, and they will keep it for a long time. If you gave them something in the past, then they did receive it and they did keep it. Yes. There may, oh my gosh, sorry. There may also be a song that reminds this person of you. And I feel very emotional when I'm saying that. I'm not crying, but I have like the feeling of crying. And I don't necessarily think this person cries when they hear it either. It's just, what am I trying to explain? It's like that feeling when your chest wells up and it feels very warm and colorful. Yeah. What else does Spirit want us to know about this meeting? So while I do think that you guys will see each other again after this, it might be a while. I think that's just because one or both of you will be busy, or you might not be in the same place for a while. I just think that because it took a while for the cards to shuffle, like it was quite slow. Generally, that is an indicator to me that, okay, this step of what we're reading for is going to take a long time. But when the cards finally did fall out, there was 2 of them. So as much as you might have to wait to see this person again, I feel like it is going to be so very much worth the wait, and you might actually advance to like a much higher or more evolved level of the connection the second time you guys see each other. There's the Star, ooh, and the Star and the Starman. Great. The Star and the Starman. Maybe this is, you know, the 2 genders, stars and starmen. The Starman is actually the Magician in this deck. So you have the Magician coming out twice. I have to tell you guys, like, keep manifesting anything you're trying to manifest when it comes to this person, when it comes to this connection. Some of you guys, your spirit guides are coming through right now to give you a pep talk and to know that you can have this union or this reunion with the person that you are thinking about. But it goes a lot farther than that. I think your spirit guides want you to recognize in general that you are, oh my gosh, this freaking glare. I got new lights because the lighting in this apartment sucks ass. And there's a lot of natural light, which is good, but when the sun starts moving around, you can like really tell, and it casts weird shadows on the table. So my solution was to get really bright lights to shine up from the ceiling, or not from the ceiling, but from above. But now they leave glare everywhere, so there's really no way to win. My apologies, folks. I was talking about your manifestation abilities. Your spirit guides want to give you a huge pep talk in general about how powerful of a manifester you are. And maybe you cannot see that now, maybe you cannot see it yet, but know that your guides are putting in the work too. The universe is definitely hearing your call, and it's like, just you wait, you know? If you can't see how this is gonna happen now, it doesn't matter. You don't need to see how it's going to happen now. You might be quite surprised with how things turn out. When it comes to the star, it does give me the feeling of like a too good to be true situation. And okay, this is kind of weird, but you see how there's like hands coming out of the water here? It maybe looks like some people are sinking or drowning or falling down, and then the star is like boom up in the front here, thriving. This is such a weird message that came into my mind with this, but with regards to your manifesting abilities, it's like where most people would give up, or where most people wouldn't even try to manifest it, like it would stop it, like, nah, I'm not even gonna bother, that's so unrealistic. Because you dare to go there, and because you dare to dream big, the universe loves that. Especially when you dare to take the necessary actions towards it, even if you don't know if it's gonna work or how it's gonna play out. The universe loves that shit. The universe really favors those who are bold and those who are committed to their dreams, no matter how big and crazy it might seem. So when you feel crazy for wishing, and when you feel crazy for taking action, the universe is actually applauding you for being bold and for going outside of your comfort zone and for, you know, daring to dream and visualize this. And I feel like you guys are really, really going to be rewarded. Again, this goes much outside of just this connection. Like everything you've been trying to manifest in your life, the universe is so happy to see you being a dreamer, being a freaking Starman. I love this deck. I should really use it more. I hardly ever use it. But yeah, all of your dreams are coming true within this connection. I feel like it might be, like I said, the second time that you connect or reconnect with this person that things are really exploding was the word that I just thought of, that things are really going in the direction that you want it to go into, where all of your dreams are coming true. But wow, like you got the star, you got the Magician twice. This is really, really, really powerful energy. So I think I'm just gonna take one more. Any last messages to you from Spirit? Let me just... I do not like this layout that I have created here. Okay, final card that we have for you, if my nails would be so kind, is the Nine of Swords. Okay, a little heads up for you, a little warning for you guys, because the Nine of Swords is about excessive worry. It can be about anxiety, overthinking, like stressing and stressing about things that aren't going to happen. It's kind of like when your brain is tormenting you. It can involve sleepless nights as well, like you're, really losing sleep or worrying yourself sick about something. What I'm seeing with you guys, and this is like a classic case, I think, of when you manifest something really, really big. It's like you've been dreaming of getting what you want for so long, and it feels so amazing to think about it. And then when you finally do get that thing that you've been wanting and it's real, then it's like all of this worry floods in as well, because now it's something that you're holding in your hands and you have to make sure not to fumble with it, or you have to make sure not to drop it, or you have to make sure not to mess it up. And I feel like you guys, it's like you were dreaming so long about getting this thing and didn't think about the feeling that comes after it. I feel like once you have this outcome that you want in your hands, you might be very scared to lose it. It's like it's a lot of pressure, because what you've received feels too good to be true, and so your anxiety is like whispering or perhaps yelling in your ear, like, what if it is? What if it is too good to be true? Like, it's only a matter of time before you mess things up, or you disappoint this person, or you do or say something wrong, or they find out this about you and they don't like it, and blah blah blah. It's all just like bullshit that your anxiety is screaming in your ear, trying to make you afraid. And honestly, I feel like that's being a human. I feel like that's normal to some degree. Of course, if it's preventing you from sleeping and it's consuming you, then maybe that is a cause for concern. But I think your guides are just giving you a heads up that when you get everything that you want, this could be a potential outcome where you start to feel very worried, or you start to feel a lot of pressure and worry about losing it and messing things up. So I guess the guidance that I could give you now is to like work on this ahead of time, work on this in advance, work on calming yourself. I've been doing a lot of that recently. Work on calming yourself, work on telling yourself that everything is going to be okay, that your spirit guides have your back. If things have gone negatively for you in the past, maybe tell yourself that that chapter of your life is over now, that things don't have to happen negatively in the future just because they happened like that in the past. You can cut off that cycle now. The past doesn't have to have a bearing on your future. Remember that you are worthy of whatever this is that you're manifesting. The connection with this person that you want. Know that you are worthy of it. Know that this person's feelings are reciprocated. And get accustomed to discerning, like, this is my intuition, this is my anxiety. And if it's really tormenting you and screaming in your ear, that's not your intuition. That is definitely your anxiety. So maybe start working on that now, so that if this does happen, maybe it won't be as bad, or at the very least you will know how to deal with it. But just remember that it's not based in reality. It's like an irrational fear. That tends to happen when we get close to receiving what we want, or when we do receive what we want. I guess it's kind of like cold feet, but after the fact, if that makes sense. But yeah, this is like a little warning from your guides to prepare for. Okay, so that's everything that I see for you guys. I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I also have a Patreon, so if you guys are interested in seeing even more exclusive pick-a-cards where you get to choose the topic, that will be linked down below too. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hi number twos. So if you guys chose the Spirit Quartz, This is going to be a reading all about what would happen if you and the person you're thinking about met in person. So when I was doing pile 1, I kind of started off by taking a look at the connection between you and this person, and then I also looked at the circumstances of your meeting, so how and where you guys might come together. So I think I'll start like that for this pile as well. Then of course I saw what would happen when you guys meet, so what you guys would do together. And then I also want to see what will happen after that. Like, what will the outcome of this meeting be? What will it mean for your future? What will it lead to? And things like that. So that's how we're going to do it. And let's get right into it, starting with our first 2 tarot cards. So to start off, we have Temperance, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. So right off the bat, we have Sagittarius energy here. We also have Earth sign energy. So if those are your signs, you can take this as a confirmation. If not, it's totally fine. It's not like if this isn't your sign, then this isn't your pile. It's just an extra confirmation for those of you who do have these signs. What I want to say first off is that I do feel this is somebody that you've known for quite some time, or at the very least your souls have known each other for quite some time. So even if this is somebody whom in this lifetime, like you've just met them recently, or maybe you haven't even met them in person yet, I do feel like your souls kind of go way back. So you've had some incarnations together. If this is somebody you've only met recently, or you haven't met them in person, and yet you feel such a strong pull to them, or you feel such like a resonance with them, then this is very likely the reason why. I do feel that there is a spiritual reason that this person has been brought into your life with this Temperance card here. It's likely that this is, or it's going to end up being, a very significant connection in your life. I will say that, you know, this can be like an actual, you guys are going to meet in the future. It can also be hypothetical, like if you just wanted to see what would happen if you met. While I will say that it's not like totally unlikely or impossible for you guys to meet in person, I do feel like it might not be anytime soon. I say that because Temperance is a card that generally requires a lot of patience, and while we're waiting for this event to happen, we can go through quite a roller coaster of emotions. You know, sometimes we have a lot of hope that it's coming, and then other times we lose our hope, we don't have faith, we feel like giving up, and then our hopes get up again. The Temperance is kind of that roller coaster kind of journey where we have to learn how to balance our emotions and stay on this healthy middle ground where we can remain patient and we can remain faithful. So it requires a certain level of discipline and trust in the universe. This is like the lesson of Temperance. So I feel like it is possible that you actually do meet this person in the future, but it might take some time for you to see them in person again. And Knight of Pentacles as well, because out of all the knights, he is the slowest moving knight. So just an extra message that it could take some time here. I also think that by the time you do meet this person, the two of you could be a little bit different or a little bit more mature, because with the Temperance, actually with both of these cards, these are both cards that I would associate with a long journey of healing where you're really evolving into your highest self. So I feel like if you did meet each other by the time you do, you'll be a lot more evolved. You'll have a greater perspective about what this connection is all about. I do feel that leading up to the time of your meeting, you might have a lot of spiritual insights about this connection. Your psychic and spiritual abilities might start to develop quite a bit during this time, and you may be having a lot of dreams about this person or seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities relating to this person. At the same time, I see both of you sort of on your own personal healing journeys. If this is someone that you used to be involved with and then you were separated, like things did not work out, I do see that when you are to reunite, like the root of the issues in each of you, like the wounds or the insecurities, will be solved. They will be healed. So you're coming back together as much healthier and more aware individuals. So if this is like a reunion after a separation, I see that the energy will be a lot better between the two of you. You'll be able to talk out what happened in the past and turn over a new leaf that is much happier and healthier. But like I said, this will require time and patience. You could be meeting in a colder season, and you could also be meeting in like a work situation or just a professional situation, some situation that doesn't allow you to be like super open and vulnerable and personal. It could even be just in public. But I get a sort of feeling of, because the Knight of Pentacles is like professional or conservative or more like calm and collected. So it could be a work environment, or it could just be in public where it's like, you know, there's people around, and maybe you're not gonna have like a huge heart to heart and crying and holding each other. Or I don't know, if you're comfortable with that, maybe you will. But with Temperance as well having to do with like self-restraint, I feel like maybe at least the first time you guys reunite, it's not really an environment that is conducive to being like super open and emotional and unhinged, or I hope you guys know what I mean. But yes, this is what I see so far from these two cards. So let's take a look now at your oracle cards to see what other details we could get about this meeting. We have hostilities, the mice, and amethyst. Okay, with the hostilities card, I am feeling an inner conflict when it comes to the situation, or it could be a little bit of frustration with the other person at the time of your meeting. Moving over to the mice card for a second, this is a card that is kind of about scarcity or lack, or like something is taken from you. If you think of like a little mouse searching around for crumbs. So what I'm thinking is that for those of you, and I do feel like many of you, it's like you've really been waiting to see this person, and you've really been hoping and wishing for your desired outcome when you do meet them. And I feel like if you were to meet this person, at least the first encounter, like the next encounter that you have with them, it might kind of fall short from what you were hoping for, especially because I do feel that your guides are very much with you on this journey. You can see here, like the guide is watching over, or the fairy is watching over the mice, and I am thinking of this as a spirit guide watching over the two of you. There's Temperance, which can talk about a guardian angel, same thing with the Knight of Pentacles. So it's like you've been supported, you've been divinely supported on this journey. You've been given hope and faith and patience. You've been receiving signs and synchronicities, and it just feels like a very long build up until the time where you're finally able to meet this person. So it's like, you know, if you've been on such a long journey and there's been such a build up and you've been receiving so much confirmation, you could very well be expecting, you know, for something really big and amazing to happen when you see this person again. And so I feel like with this mice card, it might just fall like a little bit short of your expectations. Like, just for an example, if this is a love interest or a soulmate or something like that, and you haven't really been in contact, or you've been in separation, or you've just been really waiting for this person, maybe you have been thinking that next time you see each other, there's going to be some big revelation or some big confession or some big offer from this person. And I feel like that's not really happening. It could be because of the environment you're in, because like I mentioned at the beginning, you might be in an environment that does not really allow for you to be so like open and emotional with each other. Or this could just be indicating that the person is holding back, because again, Knight of Pentacles is a more like conservative and cautious energy, and Temperance is all about like self-restraint and moderation and things like that. So this person might be holding back when they see you next time, and so you kind of leave wanting for more, like you wish that you got more from them, like literally how we see this mice eating the crumbs. It almost feels like maybe you feel like you got crumbs from this person, you were really hoping for something more, and so this hostility that I see here, it could be towards them, like you're just kind of frustrated with them. It could be inner conflict within yourself, like is this really what I want? Is this really what I want to hold on for? It could even be like even a little bit towards your guides or the universe, like you were giving me so many signs, you were giving me so much confirmation, I just thought that this was going to be more, I thought that this was going to be bigger. And that's kind of the energy that I see here. And with amethyst, this is about remaining calm and clearing away negative energy. I do see that guides are watching over you this whole time, so I do have a feeling that your guides have more planned for this journey, like it doesn't end with your first encounter. And remember, this is just the first time, like the next time you see each other. So it could just be that maybe you were expecting like a big what do you call it, like a big major explosive shift the next time you see each other, but it's more of a gradual thing where you will have to meet several times over a long span of times. And I know that that can definitely be frustrating if you've already been waiting for quite some time, but the amethyst seems to be here to help you clear away those frustrated or negative emotions. This is a very calming stone, and it does protect us from negativity. It can also be reminding you that your intuition about this situation is correct, and those feelings of like frustration or impatience might be coming from your ego. You might need to take a step back and reflect, like, given the environment that I met this person in, could they really have given me what I wanted to? Or did they feel comfortable to give me what I wanted, given the environment that we met in? Or given the fact that we haven't seen each other in a long time, and maybe this person on the other end wasn't receiving the same signs and synchronicities as I was, or maybe isn't as tapped in spiritually as I am, so doesn't see the same truth about this connection as I do, and is operating purely from a 3D place where they're being more like cautious and practical. Like, is it fair to expect that, but just see if you can understand from their position why it might have gone this way. So for your next tarot cards here, there's the Fool and there's the Two of Pentacles. So we have more earth energy coming out here. And this can also be the sign of Aquarius. So the first thing I'm immediately drawn to with this is the dog, because it reminds me of like the same way the fairy is watching over the mice here. This is representing a spirit guide or spirit itself. The dog in this card, it kind of represents the same thing. There's a lot of cards in this spread that indicate like divine support, divine love, that you're being watched over. And this dog is like the Fool's loyal companion, saying like, hey, I'm right beside you, whatever you want to do. If you want to stay on this ledge, I'm here. If you want to jump off the ledge, I'm here. Whatever you choose to do, I'm going to be here for you. And when it comes to the Two of Pentacles, we can see this energy of like juggling between two things. I'm thinking of this as maybe you being like between two potential paths after this meeting, because with the way things went, you could feel like you want to like stick around, you want to keep meeting this person and seeing how things progress. Or if you're feeling disappointed with the way things turned out, you might want to let go, or at least take a more passive role, where you say like, I've given everything that I want to give to this situation, and if things are to progress further, I'm gonna need that to come from the other person. I'm gonna need that effort to come from the other person. So it's kind of like you have these two options, where you can take the more active role, where like you keep pursuing and you keep actively wishing and hoping and looking for signs, or you can take the more passive role where it's like, I've done everything I can, it's your turn to step up, or like moving on entirely. And you might be torn between these two options. And I think that with this Fool card here, Spirit is saying like, no matter which one you choose, I will support you, I will be with you. So you shouldn't feel obligated to go anyway. It's very much up to you. But what I will say with the Fool is that there can be a feeling of being premature or unprepared, just like not ready with the Fool card. So it might be that Spirit is saying like, if you do just want to jump off this ledge, if you do just want to let go, I will totally support you. I will bring you to happiness and fulfillment either way. But Spirit is kind of hinting that it might be too soon to make that decision, because like I felt before, I do think that your guides have more things planned for you within this connection. They have more progress, they have more happy encounters. Like there is a really big plan that has been laid out here with Temperance. This is a very like big and elaborate divine plan. And they're kind of hinting it's like, are you going to leave so soon? Or it's too soon to leave, I should say. There's still some information, there's still some truth that hasn't been revealed to you yet, or there's an experience still lined up for you with this person that is going to be amazing and that's going to reveal a lot. There is that little hint that it's still early to make your decision. So if you want to give some more time to think about things while taking a more passive role, I feel like you have full support in that. Well, you have full support no matter what you do, but it just seems like it might be soon to give up completely. I just want to be careful because I don't want it to seem like I'm telling you what you should do or what you have to do, because at the end of the day, obviously, it's entirely up to you. And if this has been what the situation is like for a very long time, like these mice, I understand like why you might want to jump off this cliff like the Fool. But yeah, your guides are definitely hinting like there's more coming. So with that, let's take a look at some tarot cards now to see if there's anything else that Spirit wants you to know about this meeting, or about this person, or about this connection, or about the future. I will leave it open to whatever Spirit wants to tell you. Oh wait, I'll just move these a little bit. So here we have the Eight of Cups. This is a card about walking away. So after this meeting, you guys might very well choose to walk away from this situation, at least for the time being. In the traditional artwork of the Eight of Cups, it does show somebody like walking away from the cups, and the idea is that the cups are empty. So there is quite a bit of imagery suggesting that if you were to meet this person, you might not really feel fulfilled, you might not really get your desired outcome. I do feel that there's a good chance it could happen in the future, but not everybody has all day to wait around for that. I understand that. And Spirit is not going to question your judgment or question your decision. So it does seem like many of you after this meeting might feel like you want to walk away. Like at least for now, maybe you feel that you don't want to invest so much of your energy or so much of your emotion. This might be you kind of distancing yourself emotionally and just focusing on other things in your life. You may start to focus on your career, or focus more on your friendships, or more on your creativity, more on your spirituality in general. And less of your headspace and less of your emotional currency, so to speak, is going towards this person. I'm just noticing though that This person looks kind of confused, the way he has his head in his hands like this. So it is different from the traditional tarot in that he's not walking away. You know, usually we can see, we see him from the back because he's walking off into the distance. But this person feels like he's standing there confused because it's like sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's in the box, sometimes it's coming out of the box. So it could be that you're going through a lot of emotions about it. Similarly to this Two of Pentacles that we saw, where it's like juggling the two options. Ultimately, the meaning of this card is walking away. So maybe this is indicating like you guys making an effort to move away emotionally, like to create some distance between you and this person, or not to invest so much in it, but you're kind of going back and forth. Sometimes you're wondering like if you should go back, or wondering if it was a mistake, which I think is totally normal when we make decisions like this. But I see that you could be left in kind of a confused state after this meeting. The next card that we have is the Five of Wands. Interestingly, I feel like this actually indicates you guys having communication. And I do want to point out that when I was doing pile 1, this second card here, it took a really, really long time to come out. So it kind of stuck with me. And I was thinking, okay, then maybe it's going to be a long time for these people to see each other again after this meeting. So when yours came out really fast, it was like a significant contrast for me. So I feel like you guys will actually be in communication quite soon after this meeting that we're looking at here. Now, the Five of Wands, it is about conflict. So it kind of mirrors this hostilities energy here. And I feel like this might be you calling the person out, or at least Spirit is saying that how can I say, like the light is green for you to do that. You have a green light to call this person out. It might be something that is, you know, a significant wake-up call for them. If you have any frustrations towards this person, or are feeling like your expectations weren't met, I think this Five of Wands card is saying that it's okay. It's okay to call them out. It's okay to bring it up. You might feel like you're being confrontational, or like you're being argumentative, or whatever it is, but I think that it's important for you to speak your mind, and like you don't have to bottle all of this up, like this feeling confused. If this person has made you feel confused, you should let them know that. Like I was just gonna say, don't let them get away with it, and don't think that you have to decipher them on your own. You know, it shouldn't all fall on you, is basically what I want to say. And I know it can be scary to stand up for yourself, because maybe you feel like you're going to, I don't know, you're going to annoy the other person, or you're going to be too much. But Spirit is saying, like, stand up for yourself, speak up for yourself. This person needs to know. If they have let you down, if they have confused you in any way, this person needs to know. And I think it will help to get a lot of this confusion off of your chest, or even a lot of this sadness off your chest. Like just get it out in the open, the things that you want to get out in the open. And even if the person acts, I don't know what the word is, dismissive in the moment, or even if they're trying to defend themselves, defensive, even if this person acts dismissive or defensive in the moment, trust that they will go home that day, or they will go back to what they were doing, and whatever you said to them will be on their mind heavily. They will be reflecting about the ways that they have treated you. Once they hear it directly from you, that will be like a catalyst for them. I think that could really throw them into a cycle of reflection and introspection and growth. Again, I want to be careful not to tell you what to do. because none of it is like your obligation or your responsibility, but I want to show you what the energies are favorable for, what spirit will have your back if you choose to do, and what it could lead to. But I really, if I were to give you advice, I really wouldn't want you to keep all of this bottled in, or to think that this is all on you to figure out. Let this person know how you feel, because that could change the way they behave towards you, or it could change their view on the situation, and get used to getting these things out in the open. In fact, maybe when you guys met before, maybe one of the problems was that you were like expecting that this person should read your mind and know that you want more from them, or that they should just know exactly what to do based on what you want. And maybe this is a lesson for you guys to be more vocal and to be more assertive about your expectations in personal relationships. I really feel like this person needs to know like how you feel in general, and especially if they have upset you or let you down in any way. And the next card is the Eight of Pentacles. Look at this. So yeah, this will definitely have a positive effect on the connection if you call this person out. Let them have it. Let this person have it. Let them know how you feel. It can be through a text message if that is more comfortable to you. And honestly, maybe I would even suggest that, because you can't back talk to someone in a text message, you know? If you're talking on the phone or if you're talking in person, then you can like cut in, you can interrupt, you can dismiss things. But if you send like a long thought out message, it's like, it's just you. It's everything that you want to say, and you're free to say as much as you want. You're not going to be interrupted. I might recommend that. Of course, it really depends what you want to do, but it doesn't have to be in person, I should say. But yes, the Eight of Pentacles is about putting in work. It's about putting in the effort. When it comes to a personal situation, it's about putting in the work on yourself. So whatever you would say to this person is definitely going to have a strong impact on them. Again, I'm feeling like some of them might not let it show in the moment. They might come out of that conversation with you still being like defensive or trying to downplay the situation. But what you said or what you would say would definitely get to them. Like it would get to their head. They would really understand. They would really go back and reflect on it. And yes, they would put in the work. That is so literally what this card means. Putting in work, being dedicated, putting in the effort. This could really give the person like the reality check that they need. There may be some things that you're expecting from this person or that you want for this relationship that they just didn't realize, or that they needed to be reminded of. Maybe this person needed to be reminded that you're not gonna be around forever. Like you're literally, a lot of you guys are literally on the verge of this cliff with spirit having your back. So they need to realize like you're not permanent. You're not replaceable. Let them know. Let them have it. Okay. Let's just get one more for you guys. And finally, we have the Five of Swords. Yeah, so it's kind of a similar energy to the Five of Wands, but with the Five of Swords, this is like the conflict, and this is kind of like after the conflict. And this one has feelings of like sadness or defeat or looking back on the situation. So this might be, and this can also be about a point of communication with this Swords energy here. I feel like this card can represent this person coming back and explaining themselves or apologizing or opening up fully to you. Because after this talk, and I really like this deck, but sometimes I just want to show like the Rider-Waite version because it explains more what I'm talking about. I actually think I'm gonna look for it. Here it is. So you see, this is the conflict. Like in the Five of Wands, the people are like fighting with their wands. This is after the fact when the people are walking away. So this could represent the point where like you've said your piece and you've walked away, and now this person is left with all of these swords, with all of these thoughts, to think about what they've done or to think about what they haven't done. And I see that this person is reflecting, this person is putting in the work, and this could represent the point of their return. There was something earlier in the reading where I thought it's like, I'm open to things progressing, but it will have to come from you. And I feel like that might be the way this goes, you being the other person. Swords represents communication. The number 5 represents change. So the moment you speak up is a point of change, because this is also a 5. Oh, I just realized this says 8585. Interesting. Oh, okay. Yeah. This represents the moment where you change because you're assertive, you're speaking up, you're standing up for yourself. This represents the moment where they change because they're reflecting, they're coming back, they're opening up, they're saying everything they need to say. And you guys both have like 8 and 5. So you're both going through change, represented by 5. And 8 is about karma, it's about balance, it's about giving and receiving. So this is you guys going through a change and coming to a place where you are giving and receiving equally. And you're clearing your karma together. On your side, you're not suffering in silence with this confusion alone. You're letting it out and you're speaking up. And on this person's side, they are putting the work that they need to in themselves, and they're speaking up too. So this is like your energy and this is like their energy. And it's so cool that you both have the same numbers, because it's like you're matching each other, you're mirroring each other. You're finally getting to this point where it's a fair and equal energy exchange. So, wow, this one is very interesting, and I recognize that it may not be the easiest energy. I will say that this is how things are likely to progress if you do choose to go forward with it, but I'm definitely not saying that you should or you have to. It's just so that you know like what would happen if you were to give this connection more effort or give this connection another chance. So yes, that's all the messages I'm seeing for you guys. So I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I also have a Patreon, so if you guys are interested in seeing even more exclusive pick a cards where you get to choose the topic, that will be linked down below too. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye. Hi number 3s. So if you guys chose the Magnesite, this is going to be a reading all about what would happen if you and the person you are thinking about met in person. So I'm going to start off this reading by getting a feel for the energy of your connection. We're also going to take a look at the circumstances or the environment that you guys might meet. So sort of like how and where things play out. And then of course, we're going to look at what would happen when you guys met. So what you guys would do together, what developments there would be. And then at the end of the reading, I also want to see the outcome or the future of the connection. So what will this meeting bring to you? What will come out of it? What happens afterwards? And everything like that. So let's get right into it, starting with our first 2 tarot cards. We have the 6 of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. So we have earth and water energy here. So in case that is relevant to you guys, if you or the person you're thinking about is an earth sign or a water sign, then this could be a confirmation for you. If not, that is fine too. It doesn't mean that if you're not those signs, then this isn't your reading, but it can just be a little extra confirmation for those of you who do fall under these signs. But more than that, this could actually be speaking to the compatibility between you and this person, because earth signs and water signs are known to be compatible with each other even though they are different. So if you guys are not earth and water signs, this could be speaking to the fact that while you and this person may be different from each other, it works. Like your differences complement each other, they work together, especially with the Six of Pentacles here, which usually there's like a scale on the imagery of this card, but this represents a sort of balance and equality. So I can kind of see like the two of your energies balancing each other out very nicely. I'm almost getting like counterpart energy. You guys might know that I think of the Six of Pentacles as a soulmate card, whether it's romantic or platonic. And the reason for that is because, well, the imagery on this card is different, but usually there's like a person up here and then there's two people below. And I kind of think of it as like a spirit guide or an angel bringing the two people together. And what's cool is that in the Rider-Waite, the two people below are dressed in blue and yellow, which is the same as the two people on the Two of Cups card. So I like to think of the Six of Pentacles as like another version of the Two of Cups, except with more emphasis on the fact that there is divine support, that there is a loving being who is working to bring the two of you together. So the two of you could be soulmates or soul family, and it's quite likely that you have a spirit guide who is guiding both of you. And with this reading being about if you guys were to meet in person, I would say that this reading is not just going to be hypothetical for you, but rather something that is quite likely to happen in your future, because you do have a guide or multiple guides who are working on this happening. Like you have divine support. I feel like this connection and your compatibility is something that is very celebrated in the soul world. I feel like your spiritual team is really, really happy about this connection. With this Queen of Cups here, you guys might have felt intuitively the truth of this connection, or felt that you are going to be meeting this person in the flesh in the future, whether that's just through your own instincts, your own insights, or maybe you used a spiritual tool to figure this out, such as like your own divination, reading for yourself, or maybe watching readings. I feel like you figured out a lot about this connection and the fact that you'll come together with this person through spiritual ways, because that is the nature of the Queen of Cups. So I can definitely give you some extra confirmation if that is what you are needing or wanting. I feel very happy about this connection. I think the two of you, like I said, you balance each other out, you go very well together. You might have a very strong feeling of this meeting before it happens. Like you might start to have dreams about it. You might start to see signs about it before the two of you come together. But what I can say about sort of the vibe between the two of you when you're meeting is that you are coming together as equals. Like I mentioned before, there is a feeling of like balance and equality with the Six of Pentacles. So it's like two parties coming together who are they're equals. They're at the same level in their journey, they're at the same stage in their development, and they're both willing to put in like equal energy and equal efforts to the connection. So I think that this next meeting that you have with this person, it could be very constructive, it could be very beneficial. You might be like working out some sort of agreement or some sort of partnership with this person. With the Queen of Cups, I feel like you'll really be in sync with each other. You'll really be in tune with each other's energy. You'll be reading each other very well. Like I'm thinking of that intuitive and empathic nature of the Queen of Cups. She's also very sensitive to the emotions around her. So I guess, for lack of a better word, like you guys will be vibing. You guys will be vibing together really well. And you'll come out of the meeting with a lot of clarity and confidence about how you're feeling and about where the other person stands. It seems like it's going to be like a very fruitful encounter between the two of you. And there might be some emotional aspect to your meeting, like maybe one or both of you is opening up a little bit about your personal life or something that makes you feel vulnerable. Maybe you are sharing your emotions with each other. There's something like emotional and sensitive, I think, about the nature of your meeting with this Queen of Cups. So this is what I see for you guys so far. We're going to take a look at some oracle cards now to see if we can get some more details about this encounter. I might just have to give the siren a moment. The card that I have here is Yin Yang with the number 22 on it. And what did I just say about this Six of Pentacles card, about feeling major compatibility, major counterpart energy from you guys? This is like a literal depiction of it. You guys are different, but you work together. Yeah, there's very strong likelihood of this being a soulmate connection or a soul family connection or a twin flame connection. If you resonate with that journey, this is like huge confirmation of that right here. We also have the Anchor and the Lemurian Quartz. Okay, so this anchor, it has a couple different meanings, or I have a couple different meanings. I do know that one meaning of this card is a standstill, so it could be that you haven't seen this person in a long time, or the next time you see them, it will have been a long time since you saw them last. If this is someone you haven't met in person yet, then I could take this from a soul perspective and say that perhaps you haven't been together for many incarnations. There's this feeling of you're coming back together after a very long time, perhaps after a time where there hasn't been much progress or there hasn't been much movement between the two of you. You can think as if this ship had an anchor, so it wasn't going anywhere, but now this anchor has been removed. These might be your benevolent spirit guides who have helped you out. It's like some blockage is being removed for you guys. The anchor is being lifted and now this ship can sail. The ship is a symbol of a long-term endeavor or a long-term investment or journey. So it could be that when you guys meet next time, you are talking about your long-term future. I'm just getting an image that some of you guys might meet outside. You might be by the water. You might be like going for a walk and talking things through. There's some like outdoors or nature or outside kind of imagery, because I see that there's like movement, there's energy flowing, and you guys are both in a place where your head is very clear. And I just think it's going to be a beautiful day, like literally a beautiful day when you meet each other. Like the weather, the weather is going to be very nice. Yes, I think you're going to be talking about your long-term future plans, which is great. The ship could also be literal, like maybe somebody is traveling, like you're traveling to see them, or they're traveling to see you, or maybe you are going on a trip together or discussing future plans to travel together. But I want to tell you guys, maybe it's kind of off topic. No, it has to do with the reading. I'm just thinking of how this, I'm considering this like your spirit guides. This looks like a tree. So it's like, I feel like one of your spirit guides has a very, very close connection to nature. Could even be like a deity involved with some aspect of nature, like mountains or trees or the sea or flowers. And your spirit guide might use nature to communicate with you or to bring you signs. Like for example, if you see animals behaving strangely, or if you see butterflies, or if you see a certain color of flower, or if it, starts to thunderstorm when you're thinking about a certain thing or person, I feel like you have a guide that uses nature to communicate with you, and it could very well be like a deity of that aspect of nature. Yeah, it's kind of off topic, but I just thought you should know that. So yes, blockages are being removed here. You are paving the way to your long-term future. You're both in a very clear and balanced place I'm seeing. So this is really nice energy so far. And I love this Lemurian quartz as well. This is a really, really powerful crystal. It contains a lot of potential for healing, for experiencing unconditional love, for activating all of your energy centers. It's like a very, very high vibrational, I was gonna say woke, very awakened, there we go. A very high vibrational, very awakened and powerful crystal. And it does have this otherworldly energy to it. Some of you guys might resonate with star seeds, or maybe you have incarnated with this soul somewhere other than Earth, or maybe you've spent a lot of time outside of a physical body with this soul. But I'm looking at the keys on this card, and I'm thinking of Lemuria, which is like the lost land. That is, I think it's said to be like submerged under the ocean. It used to be a land and now it's not. But it's making me think of like a longing for a home that you've been looking for a long time and that you couldn't find. And perhaps you are finding this home in each other. If you are soulmates or members of the same soul family, there will be like a little part of you in each other that just brings this intense recognition and warmth and comfort and familiarity. You might feel like this person has a key to you, so to speak, like a key to your heart, a key to your soul, or a key to your mind. You will find like a feeling of home in each other. And that goes for whether you have been with this person in the 3D before, during this lifetime, or not. There will be that like warm knowing and that familiarity between the two of you. So it looks very nice. It looks very peaceful. It looks very happy. Okay, so the next tarot cards that we have for you are the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. Interesting. So we have two pages here. We also have fire energy here now. So there's water, earth and fire signs, which is a lot, but there's also a lot of people watching. So but we have two pages here. The way they're like both facing in the same way, and this Page of Cups person is like holding out the cup, it looks like what might result in this meeting is one person reaching out to the other, but the other was not expecting it. It kind of feels like this person was off doing their own thing, and maybe like this person from their past came back and extended them an invitation, or, you know, expressed their desire to get back in touch, and the Page of Wands person is like, oh my gosh, what a pleasant surprise. But I think it's definitely like, you know, one person is extending the invitation, one person is reaching out. The fact that they're both coming out as pages, again, it makes me think that you guys are both on the same level. You guys are both equals. It also makes me think that this connection has a lot of potential, because you're starting as pages here, you're going to grow into knights, and then you're going to grow into kings or queens, or the highest form of royalty. You have a lot of potential. Like whatever you've experienced with this person, or whatever you have seen in your mind's eye, or whatever you have come to know intuitively about this connection, I feel like with you guys coming out as pages here, it's sort of like your guide saying that this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's still so much more to experience with this person and to uncover and to, you know, enjoy about each other. And the pages, especially these ones together, like there's this feeling of like excitement for what's to come, and the possibilities are endless. Like the things we will see together, the adventures we will have together, it's really, really sweet. I see that during this meeting, you will likely discuss new ideas with each other. You might talk about what you've been up to since you last saw each other, or you might just talk about your aspirations, what you're passionate about, what you want to do in this life. I think I already said what you've been working on, but catching up in that way. And I see both of you having a genuine excitement and interest for what the other person is doing. You guys might have a shared passion or a shared goal that you're talking about, or you just feel really excited for the other person's goals and you feel invested in them. You want to support them. You want to cheer them on. again, going back to the Six of Pentacles energy, some of you guys might discuss ways in which you could collaborate in the future, ways in which you could work together, especially if it's on something creative or artistic, because both of these pages are very, very creative. And the Six of Pentacles, it could be about some sort of partnership or agreement that is going to bring monetary gain to you. So there might also be discussions about like, oh, you're working on that too, or you are passionate about that too, maybe we should work together. I see you sharing a lot, like bouncing a lot of ideas off of each other and getting very excited and inspired for the future. If you or this other person is an artist, you might also be showing each other your art, like showing a poem that you wrote, or playing them a song that you made, or showing them pictures that you've taken, or something like this. Sharing ideas, sharing your art and your creations. And the energy between the two of you, it's very, very sweet. The Page of Cups kind of has like a puppy love feeling to it. You guys might be physically affectionate with each other during this meeting, like maybe you're holding hands when you're walking, or you have your arm around each other, or you're just sitting very close to each other. I'm just thinking like, I don't know, me for example, if I'm sitting and talking to someone, I usually sit very far away from them, and it's like hard to make eye contact because I'm introverted. But I'm just imagining two people sitting like really huddled together, like they're looking deep into each other's eyes. To me, it's like, whoa, these people are so comfortable with each other. These people are so familiar with each other. That's what it feels like between the two of you. And there might be very like endearing or affectionate words that are exchanged. You guys might have like nicknames or pet names for each other, or you might share some inside jokes from the past if you do have history with this person. But wow, it's just so sweet. So oops, I almost knocked the light over. So we're gonna move on now and shuffle some tarot cards and just see if there's anything else that Spirit wants you to know about this person, about this connection, about this meeting that we're looking at, or what might come from it. So I'm going to leave it open to Spirit. I totally forgot how I've been doing this layout, but let's just put it like that. And I'll put the cards like across here. This layout is not very, it's kind of messy today. So anything else that Spirit wants you to know here? Princess of Cups. It's the same. This is the same card. The Page of Cups. Princess of Cups. Aw. If there is a water sign in this situation, because there's Queen of Cups, Page of Cups again. If there's a water sign in this situation, then this might be the person who is reaching out and initiating. So if you are a water sign, Spirit might be encouraging you to reach out to this person. Especially if you are an artist, Spirit might be encouraging you to share some of your art with this person, or share what you've been working on with them. But if they are a water sign, then they might be reaching out to you. If neither of you are a water sign, then you can just ignore that. But I feel like this Page of Cups energy is coming out again to highlight the reciprocity that exists between the two of you. We've seen here that you guys are equals. This also means that your feelings for each other are reciprocated. So it's like you guys are matching each other with your affection, with your desires for the future, however you feel about this person and whatever you would like to experience with this person. I can tell you that it's matched on their end. Like they feel exactly the same way. And I do feel that at the time of this meeting, they will be at a place where they can be open about it. There's also a lot of like water energy with all of this cups and with the water here. And well, maybe this is a stretch, but Lemuria is said to be submerged underwater now. So maybe you guys are meeting by the water, or somebody is traveling overseas in order for this meeting to happen. And actually, maybe both of you are artists or both of you are creative in some way. Because I feel like you could be collaborating together. There's 5 of Pentacles. Oh, okay. Maybe you guys, I'm getting 2 messages from this. One is like the literal meaning of the 5 of Pentacles, which is material lack. So in the case that there is traveling involved here, like if you're traveling to meet this person or if you guys are planning a trip in the future, make sure that you save your money. Make sure that you start saving your money now so that this can happen. Or alternatively, you might be spending a lot of money when you meet this person. Like maybe you are splurging on a dinner or splurging on the trip itself. So that's the first like literal meaning I got from the 5 of Pentacles is like, be careful about your finances, whether you have to save now or make sure that you don't spend too much when you are with this person. The other meaning, it can be a feeling of loneliness or a feeling of missing somebody. So this card is coming out to let you know that this person misses you. And even if you haven't met them in the 3D yet, they are longing for you. Like they're wishing to be connected with you. They will feel you on a soul level. They will feel that there is somebody out there, know that they're longing for you, that they're looking for you, that they're missing you. That's like very strong here. And they will miss you. Like you have your meeting, you have a really good time. When you part, I was going to say as soon as you part ways, this person is going to miss you a lot. And you will probably miss this person as well. I'm just looking at this imagery here, the way this person is like huddled down. It looks like they might be crying or very upset. This person, not so much. Maybe there's something going on where you really miss this person or you will really miss them after you see them, but you're thinking like, do they miss me as much as I miss them? They probably don't miss me that much. Like they're probably not reliving this day we spent together over and over. They're probably not wishing to see me again so soon, but they do. And they're on the other end thinking that exact same thing, wondering if you miss them as much, but thinking that you probably don't and you're probably not thinking about it as much. And so you guys are too sweet. I can't with you guys. So there was another pile that it was taking quite some time for the cards to come out. It might be that after this meeting that you guys have, it could be a little while before you get to see each other again. Or it could just feel like a really, really long time since you miss each other so much. You know, when you're missing someone, the days feel like weeks before you get to see them again. So maybe it's just like a subjective thing, like the time just feels very long. Ooh, what do we have here? We have the 9 of Pentacles. So one or both of you could be self-employed, or you will be moving towards a self-employed journey. And it's funny because this is an idea that kind of crossed my mind earlier in the reading, when we were talking about you guys exchanging ideas and talking about a possible collaboration together. It sort of came to my mind, like maybe I should say that you guys are, you know, self-employed girl bosses. But I feel like maybe the idea just wasn't strong enough yet, so I didn't say it. But now this 9 of Pentacles is coming out so that I do indeed say it. I feel like you guys are both creative, you guys are both self-employed, or you will be, or Spirit is letting you know that you would do very well as a self-employed person. Even if you're not creative in the way that like you make art, it could be that you make a business that is very creative, like it's original, it's not something that a lot of people do, or the spin that you put on it is very creative. But I feel like both of you guys will have your own business or have your own projects going on, and then you will also collaborate together. And maybe while, you know, the first time you're meeting that we look at here, I feel like it's definitely more emotional, and you're having fun together, you're sharing your feelings together, you're talking about the future. You definitely will meet again, although it might be a little while. And I feel like the next time you meet, maybe you guys are like getting down to business. First of all, I think that you will both be a lot more successful the next time you see each other. So for example, the first time you met, you told this person about your plan to start a business, and then the next time you see them, your business is like really taking off. So it will be so nice to look back on the dreams and the aspirations that you shared with each other, you know, the last time, and then to come back and be able to have like an update, and oh, did you start that YouTube channel, or did you finish that painting, or whatever it is, and you get to see the person's progress, and you get to see each other's finished product, and you get to, you know, praise each other and congratulate each other and celebrate each other. You will both really be living your best lives, and I do see you meeting more than once in the future. And when you come back together, it's like you'll always have so much to talk about and catch up on, because you're accomplishing so much. And so I do see that you will meet again after this, and then you will maybe start like talking business, because both of your respective endeavors have kind of gotten off the ground. You know, you're starting to make the income that you want to make, you're starting to see the success that you want to see, and now I think you can more concretely talk about this idea of working together. Ooh, I like this energy. This is exciting. So I'm just gonna get one more for you guys. Anything else that Spirit wants you to know? She's taking her sweet time again. Anything else? Okay, there we go. We have the Eight of Wands. Woo! So the Eight of Wands represents a time where things are moving very quickly and a lot of stuff is happening at once. I think I mentioned at the beginning of the reading, like you guys might have waited for a long time to see this person. And then I mentioned that even after you meet them, you might have to wait a long time to see them again. Well, this Eight of Wands represents a time where things are happening more quickly, more frequently. Everything you've been planning is really starting to blow up, really starting to blow up and manifest. So I think that it's at this point where you guys are collaborating together that you will really start to be in very, very frequent communication, and the connection between the two of you will, look, it's the Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I just realized while I was talking. The energy between the two of you will really, really start to gain momentum. For some of you, you will actually start to talk to this person every day if you're not already, or you might even be like seeing this person every day or almost every day. Like you're meeting to discuss things, and then you're meeting them to hang out, and the feelings between the two of you are really, really starting to grow. Depending on what the dynamic is between this person, I feel like this would be the point where things are really starting to escalate into a romantic relationship or into a very close friendship, if this is like a platonic dynamic that you're asking about. But I feel it's almost like the two of you working together is going to catapult you into this deeper and more like intimate personal relationship. And things are going to happen. It's like you've been waiting for a long time, and then everything falls into place all at once. Everything falls into place really, really quickly. And your business as well, like your wealth, your success will start to grow really, really, really quickly. For some of you guys, I feel like this might happen in the year of 2022 that just came through. Like from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, things just skyrocket. Like the amount of change that you go through in that 1 year period is going to be so insane. But the Nine of Pentacles as well, it's like assurance that both of you will be living your best life. Any feelings of lack, any feelings of loneliness that you have gone through or will go through up until this point, will all be worth it. And the last thing I want to say, which is really nice with all this beautiful page energy, is that no matter how successful you get, no matter how far you go, and no matter how close and comfortable you grow with each other, I feel like you'll always maintain that childlike wonder for what you're doing, and you'll always maintain that excited giddiness when you see each other. So the same level of excitement that you had in this first encounter that we looked at here, where you were all like sharing your ideas for the future and sharing your jokes and sharing your feelings and sharing your dreams and sharing your art, and you were like really, really into it and really excited. I feel like that spark is always going to be there. So you won't get bored of what you're doing. You won't like let it get to your head or get too comfortable with it. And you won't get tired of each other either, for sure. Like you'll be able to prolong that excitement while still having like a grounded and stable future ahead of you. So wow, what a lovely reading. It was a pleasure to read for you guys, but that's all the messages I have for you, so I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I also have a Patreon, so if you guys are interested in seeing even more exclusive pick-a cards where you get to choose the topic, that will be linked down below as well. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye! Hi number 4s, so if you guys chose the Bismuth, this is going to be a reading all about what would happen if you and the person you are thinking of met in person. So I'm going to start off this reading by taking a look at the general energy of the connection between you and this person, and then we're going to look at some information about the circumstances of your meeting or the environment that you're in, so sort of see if we can figure out how and where you guys come together. Of course, we're going to look at what happens during this meeting, so what you guys are doing together or what you are discussing together. And then at the end of the reading, I also want to see what the outcome of this meeting is, so what it leads to or what comes from it, what happens after, and everything like that. So let's get into it, starting with our first 2 tarot cards here. The first card that we have is the 9 of Cups, so we're off to a beautiful start. And then, wow, we also have the Universe, or the World as it would be called in traditional tarot. So I see water sign energy here, and then when it comes to the World, this can be the signs of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius. So if you or the person you're thinking about are those signs, you can take that as a confirmation. If not, that's fine too. It doesn't mean like if you're not that sign, this isn't your reading, but it could be a nice extra confirmation for those of you who do fall under those signs. Another thing that's coming to me, I'm noticing that this could be a date. It's 9/21, the numbers on the card, so this could be talking about the date of September 21st. That might be a significant date for you guys. Or it could also be like September of 2021. It could be that as well. But yeah, like you could probably tell from my reaction, these are both quite positive cards. So I'm really happy to see this. I don't know if you guys watched the intro, but I said something to the effect of, even if you're not actually going to meet this person, this reading could be like a hypothetical, what would happen if I did meet them. But I have to say, for many of you guys, it does look like there, you know, is a very real possibility of you meeting this person in the future, especially if you have been wishing or longing to meet them, because the 9 of Cups is a card that indicates a desire is being fulfilled, a wish is coming true. Basically, you're getting what you want and you're happy. And it's the same thing with the Universe. This is about an accomplishment, something coming to fruition, something being manifested. So when it comes to your desired outcome, these are both super positive. Another thing that I want to say with the 9 of Cups is that if there's any sort of desired outcome, like once you're with the person, like if there's a particular thing you want to discuss or a certain goal, let's say, that you want to reach within the connection, both of these cards are actually quite favorable for that. So if there's anything that you hope to happen or that you hope to talk about when you're with this person, it's very likely that that will happen. And then in the same way, if there's anything that you are worried about when it comes to this meeting, I want to tell you that there's nothing to worry about, because this Nine of Cups is also about a situation that is calm and peaceful and stress-free. So I don't know, like if you're worried about you know, the meeting not amounting to anything or not being on the same page with the other person, if you're worried about, you know, doing something wrong or messing something up or something goes wrong, I want to tell you that those things you're worried about won't happen. There's absolutely nothing to stress about. And once you are with this person and you're in the moment with them, I feel like you will likely just start relaxing and enjoying yourself. And whatever it is that you're doing with them, it's going to go better than expected. With the universe here, or the world, this is the last of the major arcana, so it can talk about something reaching fulfillment or something, you know, the end of a cycle being reached. So it could be that during this meeting, you and this person are coming to some sort of conclusion about your future or about where you want to take this connection. Things are being wrapped up. You're coming to some sort of agreement. For those of you, actually, it doesn't matter if it's a love interest or not, but the world can also talk about reciprocated feelings. So that just basically means wherever your head is at when it comes to this connection and however you feel about this other party and the direction that you want to take things in with this other party, the other party feels the same way, wants the same things, wants to go in the same direction. You will see that reciprocity when you meet this person. This one might be a little bit more of a romantic interpretation, but I do see with the world that there is like an energy of becoming official. So if this is a love interest, it could be that you guys are, you know, having to talk about becoming an official couple. The reason for that is because the world is about being watched or being admired, like people having their eyes on you. It can even talk about people like admiring and celebrating you. So, you know, when you become official with somebody in a romantic relationship, or when your relationship gets taken to the next level and you're announcing that to people, they will recognize that, they will admire that. So that's where I get this official interpretation from the world. But I guess even if it's not a romantic connection, there could be some agreement that you come to and then you're announcing it to people. Like you're announcing something that you're going to work on together, or you're announcing some decision that you've made for your future. It's like you're meeting, you're discussing things go well, you are on the same page, you come to an agreement, and then you share it with the people around you, and the people around you are very happy for you. That was a mouthful, but that's basically what I'm seeing for you guys. Also with the universe, aka the world, this person could be from another country or from another background. There could be, you know, travel involved in the two of you getting together. Like maybe it's a long distance situation. Or you just come from different backgrounds. This could also be somebody that you met online or that you have been in communication with online, and now you're going to be meeting in person, and it's very exciting. So the energy looks quite positive so far. I'm really happy to see this. And let's take a look at our oracle cards now so that we can get some more details about this encounter. So we have the thinking man. Oh, and I will say, there were some piles where it kind of, or maybe it was just one other pile, I don't remember, but where it seemed like there might be other people present. In this case, I feel like it might be just the two of you. And then we have the cross. And finally, we have fluorite. Okay, so let's talk about the cross here, because this is one of the energies that I would say is more heavy. The cross talks about pain. It can talk about some adversity we've been facing, something we've been struggling through for a long time. But like at the same time, we still want to have faith that there's a light at the end of the tunnel and that everything is going to be okay. Interestingly, this is actually the last card in this oracle deck, number 36. I really hope I'm not mistaken, but I believe this is the last card in the deck. Actually, I'm just going to check that right now because I have the guidebook here and it will tell me. Yes, number 36 is the last one. And the World is the last of the major arcana. So it does have energy of like a cycle being closed. Now that I think about it, the 9, any 9 card talks about like near completion, or I should say the number 9, it talks about near completion, and you're sort of getting ready to level up and start a new cycle. So you guys, as a result of this meeting, could be reaching the next level in your connection. Something is solidifying, something is becoming official, like we talked about earlier. And especially if the last cycle that you've been through with this person has been painful, then I want to tell you that this painful cycle is going to be coming to a close. So maybe in this meeting there is some sort of reconciliation involved. There is some sort of apologizing and forgiveness, or a mutual agreement to put the tough past behind you. Like you could be talking and working through some problems. For some of you, this could be like a long distance relationship and you're finally making the decision to move together and be in the same place. Like you're making that plan for your long-term future and you know that the worst is behind you and now you're going to be together. And it's nice that you have the thinking man too, because you see he's looking at this clear crystal, so it's like literally things are crystal clear now. You see the light at the end of the tunnel. You have your mental clarity. The thinking man could be representing you guys, you know, talking through things, putting your heads together and coming up with a game plan or coming up with a solution to your problems. Again, I'm thinking of this 9 of Cups with like the difficulties and the stresses are fading away. So rest assured that the conversation you have with this person will be in a positive direction, and that you guys will both, like your heads will be together. You'll both have your eyes on the same future. You'll both be wanting the same things, and whatever tough situation you guys have gone through, you'll be talking things through and working together in the same direction. So if this is like a reconciliation and you guys have had a conflict or a separation before, I want you to know that it's not going to be like you're pointing fingers at each other and you did this wrong in the past and this was your fault. It's like you can talk about this in a mature way and you can see the situation objectively and talk about what needs to improve from a place of love, from a place of peace and love. Yeah. So, oh, wow. It's really cool too that you guys have a green crystal, because the green color is associated with the heart chakra. So I definitely see you guys opening up and becoming closer as a result of this meeting. Fluorite also assists us with clarity, with learning, with understanding, with healthy communication. It protects us from negative energy and helps to amplify the positive energy. So again, I see reassurance with this fluorite card that everything is going to be fine. Everything is going to go well with this person. You will likely learn a lot about each other and about yourselves as a result of the discussion that is had. And I feel like I see you guys meeting in some kind of private place. So it could be like at somebody's home, or you might be in public, but it's in a place where there's not other people around. Like maybe you have your own room or your own space or something like that. Sorry, that just kind of came out of nowhere. But yes, you will be heard by each other. You will be understood by each other. You will be communicating on a very like mature and open and clear level. So like this thinking man, you can see things clearly. You might even want to bring a little bit of fluorite with you when you go to meet this person, or any stone that is like green or blue that can really help you out. So if you happen to have any of those, your guides would encourage you to bring those so that you can feel stronger, so that you can feel safe and protected. Yes, so this is all I see from the oracle cards. I have 2 more tarot cards that I want to bring out here. There's the Wheel of Fortune. So destiny is in your favor now. The universe is working in your favor now. This is a really nice card to come out because it shows things moving in a positive direction, which is exactly what we've been talking about. And funnily enough, we have the same signs here that I mentioned for the world, which are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Both the Wheel of Fortune and the world have these like people and animals around, so they represent those zodiac signs. Maybe one of you guys are those signs, or you might meet during one of those seasons or something like that. But yes, the Wheel of Fortune denotes positive change. Something that has been stagnant will start moving. Something that has been going sour will be going sweet. Something that has been going bad will be going well. The Wheel of Fate is turning, and it is turning in your favor. Another aspect about the Wheel of Fortune is something that is a little bit unexpected or unpredictable. It could be for some of you that you're bumping into each other, although, I mean, you're getting a lot of stuff talked through, so I don't know how possible that would be with a spontaneous encounter. But maybe it's like this person reaches out to you and it was completely unexpected. Maybe it's more something like that. You don't expect that you would be able to hear from this person, reunite with this person, talk through things in the way that you do, and expect there to be a positive outcome. That could maybe be like the unexpected thing. I also get the message from this card that spirit might be speaking through you when you are with this person. I don't know if you guys have ever been in a situation where you're talking to someone and then things just kind of blurt out of your mouth before you can even think about it, and it almost feels like it wasn't you. That's happened to me a couple times. It's a little strange, but and also it's happened to me where other people say things to me, and it's so like they say something so powerful, but it also doesn't feel like them. It feels like they were even taken over for a second. This could be happening to you when you're with this person. Like spirit or a spirit guide is speaking to them through you, or they are speaking to you, or sorry, spirit or a spirit guide is speaking to you through them. So you guys will have a lot of divine facilitation here for sure. And then your next card is the Five of Pentacles. This came out in a different pile. It was a different deck, but I think it's a similar interpretation that the two of you have missed each other. This person has definitely missed you. They have felt your absence. I know this reading was meant to be for like whether you know this person in the 3D yet or not, but I have a feeling that you guys have already met and been involved in the 3D because you know, the big theme of this reading is that like you have a lot of stuff to talk about. So I do feel like you have a history with this person within this incarnation, and that this person has been missing you. This person has felt your absence. This person has been thinking about you. This card can also be a nod to the fact that you guys have been through a lot of tough situations together, but I want to tell you with this Wheel of Fortune that the tough cycle is coming to an end. With the cross with the world as well, these are signs of completion. I want to tell you that within this connection, the worst is behind you, and it's only peace and harmony from here on out. Another thing I want to say is that if anything went wrong with this connection, or you guys faced a lot of adversity, I want to tell you that it wasn't your fault, because when it comes to the Wheel of Fortune, this is kind of something that is out of our hands or out of our control. It's not necessarily like a result of our actions, like we did something wrong or that person did something wrong. You may have been under a lot of pressure from the circumstances, and maybe some things were said or did that weren't meant, but I think Spirit really wants you not to blame yourself. I'm hearing like you guys both did the best you could under the circumstances you were under, and any hard times that you faced together, it wasn't like your wrongdoing. So if you're carrying any like guilt or regrets, just know that you couldn't have done anything differently. You did the best that you could in that situation. you're clear with spirit, like you are so pure with spirit, and spirit wants to bless you with this new and happy chapter. There's like 9 and 10 here. If I add these up, there's 9 and 10 here. Like it's a lot of, like, you're almost done this cycle, it's coming to a close. Oh, interestingly, the same way this made a date, like 9/21, September 21, this could be, it's 10/5, so it could be October 5th. And that makes a window, which is pretty close, you know, like late September, early October. So, and then there's the 9 and 10 again. So maybe September and October is like, is going to be a significant window for you guys. So, now we are going to shuffle this deck and see what else Spirit wants you to know about this. So we might get some more details about this person or about this connection. We might get more details about your meeting, or we might get some information about future outcomes, like what is going to happen next. Just get that glare out of the way. And yeah, I'll leave it open and see whatever whatever additional information Spirit would like you guys to know. And I apologize if you guys can hear, I already know what this card is because of the rip. I apologize if you guys can hear like the background construction noise. There is, well, yeah, there's construction going on near my house, and I think you can hear it somewhat in the video, so I'm sorry if that's an ear sore for you guys. But yeah, this is the alien, aka the Hermit. So we have another number 9 here. This card can also indicate the month of September, or it could indicate Virgo, like Virgo season, or a Virgo person. This is a card that talks about reflection, that talks about soul searching. Maybe you and this person have been on your own respective healing journeys. You've been going through your own shadow work. What I'm thinking with this card being an alien is like, you guys are in the process, or you are in the process of reintegrating parts of yourself that you have alienated. So parts about yourself that you have deemed to be weird or unacceptable or shameful, even if it was, you know, you subconsciously suppressed this very early on. I feel like you're in a phase of your life where these things are going to resurface, and that can be kind of uncomfortable as you reintegrate these parts of yourself. There could be some things that come up that you don't want to recognize as you, but I feel like this is a phase in your life where Spirit is encouraging you to embrace the good, the bad, and the ugly of yourself, and to be really proud and embrace who you are. And I want to tell you that if you're able to do that, it will be accepted by this other person. So Spirit is encouraging you to integrate all of yourself, to embrace all of yourself, to share it with this other person when you get the opportunity to do so, and to accept the alien that is within them too. I'm thinking of like an alien who has come down to earth, like a solitary alien who's just trying to find where they fit in, if anywhere, just trying to find their way. And I think that in some sense we can all kind of relate to this alien, where we just popped up in this earth and it feels cold, it feels unfamiliar, we don't know where we belong, and we all just want to feel that belonging, and we all just want to feel that acceptance for who we are. And I think this is something that you're going to reach within yourself very soon, if you haven't already, and something that you'll embrace in this other person, and that this other person will embrace in you. Like, it's not perfect all the time, we're not perfect all the time, but we need to stick together. Spirit is encouraging some of you guys to journal as well. I'm just looking at this book down here. This could be really helpful for having revelations about yourself, especially when it comes to what needs to be healed or what limiting beliefs are existing within you. Journaling, like free writing or automatic writing, could be very beneficial for you guys. In addition to this person missing you, I feel like they have been thinking a lot about what they would say to you if they saw you, or what they want to say to you. And when they do, because I feel like this person will reach out to you kind of unexpectedly, know that when they do, they will have already put like so much thought into what they want to say and where they want to take things with you. So just know that it's not some like random, impulsive, like just reaching out to you out of convenience or for no good reason. It's like, I feel like it's going to be really planned and calculated on their end, even if it seems sudden to you. I feel like you have been quite heavy on this person's mind. We have the Six of Wands, so this talks about a desired outcome as well, you know, coming out on top, coming out victorious, achieving all of the things that you want to achieve. This is another card that I would associate with like being official, so to speak, or people having their eyes on you. I don't know if you guys have any mutual friends or acquaintances, or maybe you and this other person have spoken a lot about each other to the people in your life, but it seems like with this Six of Wands and with the World, there are people who are like rooting for you. There are people who want you guys to be together, or who want you guys to work things out, who want you to reach the next level in your connection. And so when you guys unite or reunite, it's like a win for you guys, but it's also a win for the people around you. I feel like it's going to make many people happy, or your story could be an inspiration to many people, the way you've come together. Spirit would encourage you, Spirit is encouraging you to write a lot, the same way Spirit encouraged you to journal through your healing journey. When you have your successful union or reunion with this person, Spirit is also encouraging you to write your story, whether it's just for you or to share with the people in your life, or you might even want to share it on a bigger scale someday, because with the Six of Wands, I feel like it could be very inspiring to people. The Six of Wands is a leader, so you could be like a leading example, a shining example for other people. You could even share your healing journey if you wanted to, but I know that when it comes to this is a lot more personal, because the Hermit is about delving into the depths of your soul. Like I said before, it's the good, the bad, and the ugly. And so I understand if it's too personal and you wouldn't want to share your healing journey with others, but I mean, we all have the alien within us. We all have the good, bad, and ugly within us. And if you ever did want to share your journey of healing and shadow work, I also think that that could be very, very inspiring to others. But if you just want to share it with this other person or people close to you, that's also fine. But I just wanted to mention that Spirit seems to really be all for you guys, like getting your experiences and your feelings and ideas on paper. The next card that we have here is the Two of Wands. This is a card that can indicate beneficial partnerships, so it makes a lot of sense to have this here. So yeah, there's some sort of official partnership that is coming out of this, whether it's like we're officially together, we're officially a couple, or we've officially made up, or we're officially business partners, or I don't know, we're officially, it could even be like engaged or moving in together or something. Maybe that's hasty, but there's some sort of official partnership that is coming out of this, and this is going to open a lot of doors for you. Like, this union is going to lead to adjacent blessings in your life. It could lead to work opportunities. It could lead to learning more about yourself. It could lead to traveling to new places, meeting new people. You are going to bless each other's lives and benefit and enrich each other's lives when you come together, or when you come back together. In some way, you're making each other's world newer and more vivid and more full of opportunities and blessings. I want to say with this card as well, you'll come to a place where you can be 100% yourself within this connection. So you don't have to change or hide anything about yourself to be with this person or to be accepted by this person. You can still be 100% you, and you can still completely have your own life and do your own thing and do what you love to do, and also be within this connection. So your freedom and your individuality respectively will be maintained, and it will be like respected and even treasured by the other person. So let's get one last card for you guys. The last message from Spirit to you about, okay, so is this 2? Yeah. There's the Moon and there's the 3 of Swords. So this also gives me major healing vibes. As you come back together, I feel like, yeah, there's definitely history here. I feel like you guys have been through stuff together. I see you guys coming together in a happy union or reunion. Like I mentioned before, the worst is over, and I do stand by that. But what I see here with the Moon and the 3 of Swords is that, oh, you know how I can explain this? I hated going to school. I really did not enjoy it. And I haven't been in school for like almost 4 years, but I still have dreams about being in school, and the exam is tomorrow, but I don't know anything because I skipped everything. It's like the memories are still kind of ingrained there, and you might relive them sometimes, or those fears might come to revisit you sometimes, even though you are actually safe, even though everything is okay. I'm just seeing with this cards that it might take a while for your brain or for your subconscious mind to really realize that. Like there might just be a little bit of remaining fear or a little bit of remaining pain or anxiety when it comes to the connection. There may be that little like jerk reaction, like something's gonna go wrong, or you're still fearing that things will go wrong. And I think that's normal. So be patient with yourself, be very like kind, understanding, and gentle with yourself. As your brain learns that the worst is over now, that everything is okay now, that you're safe, that you're here with this person, and many of your loved ones, like many people in your life, are here for you. To bring in and to celebrate this new chapter, and this new happy chapter is here to stay. So you might have some unpleasant dreams. Obviously my school example did not give justice to the situation, but you might have some unpleasant dreams, or there might be even some little triggers in your waking life where you're worried that things are going to go sour again. For example, like if this is somebody that you had a big fight with in the past, even though things are better now, you might just have a little like instinctive, or what's it called? A little reflexive panic. Like if you start to get into a disagreement, you think that like it's gonna go downhill and you're gonna start fighting again. But that's not the case. Like you're safe now, you're healed now, everything is okay. So just little subconscious things might pop up like that from time to time. And it's just important to be very patient with yourself and give yourself that reassurance that everything is okay. And your mind will learn that with time, your mind will learn that with repetition, until you don't think about the past anymore. You're completely safe, you're completely at peace and happy. Okay, so this is what I see for you guys. That's all the messages I have, so I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I also have a Patreon, so if you guys are interested in seeing even more exclusive pick a cards where you get to choose the topic, that will be linked down below as well. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.